Hi, my name is Lawrence, and my topic today is concealed weapons. It's a very controversial issue right now because it's a huge deterrent for crime prevention. But but in my opinion, given the opportunity of having a concealed firearm increases the danger of many lives and increases crime occurrence. My first secondary claim, concealed firearms endangers public schools. Recently, there's been a lot of school shootings, like yesterday on CNN, it was reported in Nevada, there was a report about a school shooting that a Nevada teacher got shot and he was fatally wounded, and 2 students got injured. And that student, his parents had a concealed weapon in their house, and he was given the opportunity to confront his bully with a weapon. So it just brings even more it just gives the staff and the students a higher risk of danger. And on August 22nd, 2013, there was another school shooting in Georgia, and this man, he came onto campus with an AK-47 with an assault weapon. I'm pretty shocked by how he got that weapon. And he didn't want the students or the staff, he just came in to cause an uproar because he didn't have anything to live for, and he was given the opportunity to cause havoc to civilians. And then my second claim, concealed firearms endangers the lives who have purchased and registered a firearm. Men and women were given the opportunity to purchase a firearm to defend themselves. However, the men and women have a higher chance of becoming the victim themselves, which leads to a higher chance of domestic violence. And let's see, this professor from law of the Chicago University of Law, this professor explained that even though men and women, they think that they can protect themselves, but sometimes in panic, they can become the victims themselves, and they can be disarmed. And my third claim, concealed firearms increases the risk of crime occurrences. From the FBI database that I researched yesterday, the crime in 2010, the crime clock statistics. A violent crime occurred every 25.3 seconds, 1 murder every 35.6 minutes, 1 forcible rape every 6.2 minutes, 1 robbery every 1.4 minutes, and 1 aggravated assault every 40.5 seconds. And basically out of 67.8% of the nation's murders were included with firearms, and 21.2% of aggravated assaults had firearms in them too, and 41.3% of robberies included firearms too. And all of them, they were given the opportunity to purchase a firearm. And in my opinion, I don't think firearms are necessary to defend oneself. Like, people could have tasers. That's pretty effective to deter crime. Or mace. That thing hurts. My friends were stupid enough to purchase a can of mace, and they sprayed it on my face as a prank. And I hated them for life because of that, and it's pretty effective. So, and that concludes my concealed weapons talk. Thank you. Yeah, I got maced. Hurts.
All right, Lawrence, it's a little confusing because at the beginning you identify what the topic area is, but the claim is not very clearly stated. It's got multiple parts to it. As you're getting into it, you acknowledge an argument that says that there is a deterrent, but at the end of the speech, you're denying that there is any deterrent or that there's a need for weapons. So there's a little bit of inconsistency in your position, and you need to be a little bit more forceful in taking a point of view. It sounds like at the beginning you're tentative in making the argument that there's a lack of necessity for guns, but by the end of the argument, you are making that a much clearer statement. I think you want to be clear from the very beginning. The phrasing on the secondary points is sometimes a little convoluted because you're trying to balance those issues again. Don't be shy about saying, availability of guns increases the amount of crime. Access to guns by criminals makes gun violence more likely. State some declarative sentences. It seems like you're trying to back into some arguments occasionally. On the evidence, here's where I have some problems. The examples that you use don't always seem to fit. You start off talking about concealed carry laws and how that's going to be dangerous, that people can have a concealed weapon. And this idea that the parents of the kid who did the shooting yesterday had a concealed weapon permit, and that allowed their kid to get access to the gun. That's a strange causality. The kid doesn't have a concealed weapon permit, and certainly doesn't have the ability to legally carry it on the campus. So the flaw here is the availability of the gun, not the concealed carry laws. Your example about Georgia, where somebody is carrying an AK-47 onto the campus, you know what? No concealed carry law allows somebody to carry an AK-47. By the way, I don't know how you conceal an AK-47. It's not exactly something that you stick in your hip pocket and then pull out when surprise, I've got an AK-47. That's a little bit problematic. All right. The law professor that you cite, I think, is giving you at best a hypothetical example, and it's not really a very direct quote. So if you're going to use an authority, you want to make sure you quote them directly, and you also want to make sure that it's something that sounds like it is based on some reasoning or some research that they've done. And here, there may have been some information in the article, but it doesn't come out very clearly. All the data about the FBI crime statistics is okay. None of it seems to have anything to do with concealed carry laws. All of it seems to have to do with whether or not guns are used in violence. And I don't think there's much dispute that guns are used in violent incidents. The question is the availability of guns to citizens the problem? And that seems to be the argument that you're making. And then you make an assertion that says, well, all these crimes were committed by people who were able to buy guns. I didn't get any data that says that the criminals who were using these guns had the legal right to buy guns or that they purchased the guns legally. That would have been a good piece of information to include in that argument. All right. Thank you.